Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. Me, host Imperial Dane. It's time for another Monday Novice Fight. And it is, well, Monday. We'll be watching Stolz Deutscher zu bin, something like proud to be German, fighting here for, well, the Germans. Rolling out for the SS Panzerbrigade Gross versus Mattelizer of the Soviet Union and the 23rd. Thank God, hurrah! There's a conscript on the way, mechanized doctrine. Obviously the choice here for Deutscher, and we'll just call him Heinz, versus Mattelizer, who's actually gone for the NKVD rifle disruption doctrine. Rarely seen, but let's see if he activates and uses it. Of course, right away he gets radio intercept, and thus can actually get an idea of what his opponent is getting already now. Teching all that. We of course want him a mechanized assault. That Stolz or Heinz is getting plenty of assault grenadier.
Assault grenadiers can now be summoned.
Moving ahead. Let's see if we can actually make good use of them.
Ready.
So far not trying to push any initial advantage, using his assault grenadiers to sort of push back his opponent, catch him off guard, storm his positions, and give him hell. So nothing quite supremely interesting as of yet. All quiet, more conscripts are running here for Mattelizer as well. We'd like to be seeing a few more assault grenadiers going for the missions there, going for the few there.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Third assault grenadier unit arriving for Deutschland. Secured. Fuel secured, munitions like to be secured, victory points being secured.
We have secured the sector.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah. As of yet, anyways. There we go. Conscripts coming on the attack here from the assault grenades, conscripts doing what they can. Assault goes are closing in now. And thus now they actually have the advantage. Unless the conscripts have a Molotov, they really might want to just consider getting out of there. But no. Keep fighting a bit more, hoping to cause a few more kills perhaps, but they are not standing up too well in the long run. Mattelizer needs to retreat before he actually ends up losing the entire squad. There we go. Down to half health though, and one man short. An engagement down south. Noting here taking up already going on. Conscripts holding out in the church so far. So that could easily change if the Germans take up and thus get access to the steel granate assault.
Our headquarters has been
there we go.
We can now build light mechanized infantry.
And looks like the assault goes up north, pushed away by another squad of conscripts from there. And there we go, the assault is going in. Will he react? No, apparently Mattelizer is not seeing this. And we quickly see numerous grenades entering the church and basically blowing everything to bits, leaving behind only 3 conscripts alive, barely alive for that matter. They're going to be quickly forced away as another assault squad moving in. Four squads of conscripts, by the way, here from Mattelizer. A bit hanging about down there, and we're noting and move immediately on there to the light mechanized company from Heinz.
Grenadier squad at full strength.
Mittlere Schützenpanzerwagen on the way. Conscripts moving up now in larger force. Also noting here that Mattelizer for some reason is actually stuffing his conscripts inside the house, apparently a bit worried. Takes up a defensive position inside.
Enemy is taking our territory.
This lonely farmhouse, while in the meanwhile, Heinz is taking advantage of the minimal resistance from his opponent, just running around taking points, although an attempt here for Mattelizer to secure some fuel, although he will need to get this point as well if he actually wants to be connected to it. There we go. Sonderkraftfahrzeug 251 arrives.
What do you need?
Assault grenadiers moving forwards. Going to march into 2 squads of conscripts. That could be there, and we go. In fact, Heinz here loses his nerves and immediately retreats in the face of such large Soviet numbers already ensconced. And at the same time, assault gets moving in there. No attempt to find a steel grenade assault. That might be, the idea to clear a building as quickly as that, in particular when the squad is already down to half health. Now, of course, they're quite less effective against units inside the building, and there we go. One devil already down. Now the conscript down though. But things are quickly draining down here for the assault grenadiers. Another man down. Looks like they will definitely be losing. No idea why Heinz here failed to use the grenade assault. Instead, he ended up giving those conscripts a few free kills. Counterattack going in here from the north, and looks like a American-made light scout car has arrived. Rather than MD's program. Conscripts here getting immediately assaulted. By the assault grenades. There we go. Few point up north connected. Scout car charging in. Also upgrade with a flamethrower. Wonderful, wonderful. Assault grenades need to get the devil out of there. And there we go. Flampanzerwagen on the way. The reason why I didn't want to use the assault grenades, of course, a possibility, but even then, seems a bit silly then to waste those assault grenades. We also know he had an early munitions cache up. Clearly something in mind with this. Then, and also obviously some other upgrades likely in the future, or even mines. Assault grenades will pull back here for active reinforcement. Scout car slowly securing points. Might get a surprise of a nasty kind soon.
Don't let us freeze here.
Going for the cutoff point there. Very aggressive play from Mattelizer. Lovely. Lovely. Of course, he probably ought to have an idea now there's a Flampanzerwagen on the way. Through. Radio interception. Panzergrenadier moving out for Deutschland.
Unit ready, and our heater is working too. Engage with Red Army forces.
Need to be careful here. Those engineers need to get out, otherwise they're going to be toasted. They're acting in a small compartment. There's a Flampanzerwagen pouring fire on them. Apparently not. Seems to be happening here.
The enemy is taking.
And there we go. All the occupants turned to crisps. The scout car apparently also functioning quite well as an oven once fire is applied. But scout car doing quite well, otherwise since most of the units are actually going to trouble here dealing with it, and its 50 caliber being quite reasonably effective. Duska joining in, anti-tank grenade on the Flampanzerwagen. Assault is suffering even as they're reinforcing veterans one soon here on the scout car. Further 50 caliber fire. Slowly rolling ahead, bombarding the fascists, and there we go, veterans one giving access to the overdrive ability. Continued reinforcement, might be an instead target the Flampanzerwagen. At least get some reinforcements. And a second scout car in fact is arriving with the sniper team in tow, and they're engaging the Flampanzerwagen, which armor does not provide protection against that 50 caliber. There we go. Scout cover sniper also want to move up, forces over here, force away the conscripts there. Panzer Grenadier supported by an assault grenadier squad. Or the other way around, whatever. Scout here taking heavy damage. Second scout car moving up. Conscripts versus pioneers down south. Scout car for whatever reason completely abandoned here by Heinz. A bit of a waste then of the 120 munitions, I feel. Though again he got a combat engineer squad. Suppose not all bad, but there we go. Both scout cars are now firing away there. 50 caliber bullets just raking thin armor. Careful that you don't get too close there, Mattelizer. Remember what happened to your engineers, and know your snipers are not fireproof. There we go, Flampanzerwagen down. Pioneers running straight into the scout custom while trying to escape. Hardly the safest of routes, but looks like they might escape. In fact, since Mattelizer pulled back there, nor did he pursue. Oh, sniper got him, but even then he should be moving up quickly. Grab some points for the Rodina.
Panzer Grenadiers.
Points over there being secured. More infantry. He's getting more infantry so far. Nothing that can sort of really seriously put a threat to the scout cars, nor is he getting a scout car of his own right away. I can't really say that Heinz here is necessarily making the best move. In fact, right now would be a great opportunity for Mattelizer to just push ahead greatly and just punish his opponent hard as possible. And certainly, I mean, it should be where there's certainly a lot of infantry that can't really do much at the moment versus his scout cars. The current greatest threat would be the Panzer Grenadiers. And that require getting too close for them, although now soon with a punch strike on the way, that of course might be a greater threat, a bomb, but even then, the sniper here is definitely going to be something of a pain. Also, there's a nice chance here, you know, that, for example, Mattelizer could consider mining up the center of the village here with some combat engineers, once he's replaced the ones burned up, of course, there we go. But he needs to get moving. He seems a bit slow.
The enemy is taking
A bit
our
lethargic.
territory.
And this one is not going to repair. Actually, be careful about that. Overdrive, overdrive. And get it back to base for repairs. Don't forget overdrive.
Get down, sniper! We claimed it for the
And this scout culture needs to get away, so do the snipers.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Firing away, probably as retreating. Center being secure, though not really fortified. We're seeing a tank of tank command up here for Mattelizer.
Our industry group, we are losing a sector.
And taking up down here, so already now Mattelizer will be aware that of course his opponent is heading on to the 3rd tier. More sniper fire there from the Heckenschützen, and time in fact to pop over to Mattelizer from Heinz. Noting a nice little force here, rather mobile, but also in need of some heavy repairs as soon as that tank of tank command is done. But otherwise, for example, if you can get this to Vet 22, that's definitely going to make the scout car a lot more unpleasant. There we go, Panzer gonna need a counter-attack to regain the cut-off point. Molotov in the advanced path, that's good. In fact, he runs straight through it, that is less good. Instead, though, it looks like Mattelizer loses all nerve and retreats in the face of the Panzer Grenadier. The SS Panzer Brigade, of course, also being a rather unique Panzer Brigade, partly because it was an SS Panzer Brigade, but also because it was actually assembled from a training depot, some I believe in Army Group North, or so very close to that. And quickly forced out, so large amounts of troops still under training and a bunch of old tanks to a larger extent. Sniper gaining Vet 21, continue to drain away at the fascists. Making good use of the snipers that way. And overall no suit attempt. Ooh, bad Molotov there, Yuri. You throw like a girl. Oh, too close there. Almost lost the sniper as well, but managed to pull it out. Minor luck there. Scout car getting repaired. Panzer gunners and assault gunners moving in with their Sturmgewehrs and MP40s.
Your orders, comrade.
T-34 might soon be on the way.
Squad replenished.
Fascists heading into town. No mine to stop them.
Enemy
Bit of
forces
a
are
lacking there.
neutralizing a sector.
And overall no serious responsive yet, but there you go, T-34 on the way. Also still manpower left for something else. Still,
Red Army at your
Mattelizer needs to get moving and counter-attack quickly.
Sniper standing by.
Come on, Mattelizer, don't hang about there. You've got a last force which could easily move into the village and begin clearing up fascists. And Scout can meanwhile on northern harassment mission.
The sector is at risk.
Bit of quiet here on the front.
Ready.
Large Soviet infantry force moving in.
Propaganda is available to be dropped.
Air reconnaissance to get an idea where the opponent is, more specifically in the village. Good, good. Mines up there, also good. In fact, Scout car can just keep on moving. Careful, the snipers don't want to get them too close. Another Panzerschreck. Apparently, Heinz is very worried about enemy armored vehicles, though. Again, if it's a scout car, you know, there would be better choice like an enemy a scout car of his own. But now, of course, there's a T-34, and of course, in that regard, the Panzerschrecks could prove to be a larger problem. Mattelizer, though, could, you know, keep pushing, and he knows where the infantry are. He knows he can just go up here and take up positions and snipe away while the infantry provides a screen. But apparently, for whatever reasons, Mattelizer seems to be rather reluctant to actually make a bloody move. There we go, Panzer IV on the way, and of course, he knows it's there. He knows it, of course, the radio intercept, thus allowing him the idea that, oh right, there's a Panzer IV out now, I need to begin worrying a bit about that.
Yes, comrade.
But at the same time, it won't come as a surprise to him then when he actually sees it. In that regard, of course, he has a chance of actually taking up some countermeasures a bit more directly in terms of tactics. Moving down south here, not sure why. T-34 blasting away at the assault gunners there without actually managing to hit, even remotely.
This is our sector now.
All infantry shifting south, leaving the sniper exposed. Come on, Mattelizer, that's not good tactics.
IL-2 recon flight gassed up and set to go. M3.
Scout car pulling back, and Fascist attack towards the fuel point. Panzer IV following up.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
And dealing with the pioneers up here. Combination to get the devil out there. Also nice mine there, damaging the engine of the Panzer IV. Also Mattelizer floating a ton of manpower. Come on, Mattelizer. I mean, if you want more tanks, you know, build some fuel caches. That'll solve your problem of floating manpower. Also get you more tanks. But you know, just don't float manpower kindly. And as always, if you don't know what to do with all the manpower you're floating, you know, just begin building stuff eventually, then also learn, you know, how to use it on stuff that's actually useful. No roll floating manpower like that is bad. But looks like the fascist munitions dump went out.
The motor is warmed up.
Ready.
Snipers securing the center. Panzer IV not receiving repairs, and pioneers need to be rushed up to that, and looks like a bunker has been set up to cover here. That's not a bad idea at all. It shows it won't be easily harassed. It needs to get something heavy and support to clear it out. 1,000 manpower. Come on, Mattelizer. Get it together. Comrade Stalin hates floating.
M3 scout car here.
Ready for orders. Heads up, we're taking fire.
Moving ahead here. Ooh, nice hit on the pioneers. Quickly does a bit of damage there to that squad.
Now belongs to us.
Another pioneer down.
34 here.
Another T-34 on the way. And get those conscripts out of the house. They're doing nothing there except enjoying some tea.
Engineers report contact.
Which is not really their purpose at the front line.
Enemy troops engaging us.
T-34 moving ahead. Can ignore the assault in this. Might open up the Panzer IV, but needs to be careful. Needs to be careful. Also careful with all those Panzer gunners with the Panzers nearby. He should know they're there. T-34 quickly pull away. Veterans, you won. That's actually reasonably nice. Sniper gets hit on one assault gunner nearby. And we're seeing propaganda. Via propaganda. Large amounts of propaganda exploding over the heads. It's more like an explosion rather than the messages scribbled out that actually scares them. For all intents and purposes, though, they might actually fancy that using it as toilet paper, though. I mean, that generally seems to be what happened with all the actual propaganda that was dropped down.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Setting up a bunker, rather exposed, not sure what he did there with the scout car. And that was a bit of a waste of the scout car. Don't charge it at a panzer, man. It's a scout car, not a tank. T-34 quickly forced away there.
Can once again be unleashed.
Bit of a desperate German position here, but now at least the Panzer IV is ready and repaired. Though you could have the pioneers help with the bunker being built.
Yes, comrade.
T-34 need repairs, the other one's already. And again, floating manpower. Build some fuel caches. Fuel caches. I mean, a pair of them would still leave you with plenty of manpower to then afterwards get a ton of T-34s with. I mean, right here and right there would be good spots from fuel caches. So come on. Or for that matter, he's gone for the very munitions heavy doctrine. Set up some munitions caches. I mean, there's plenty of options here, and there's something that sort of, you know, further reinforces the current strategy. He's playing, again, either the doctrine or the fact he's going for a lot of tanks, but, you know, just don't float 1,200 manpower. Bunker sort of ready. And we're, in fact, seeing a command bunker up, so he's actually going to be able to reinforce his troops at the front line. Looks like he's going to set his foot down here, though. Overall, I mean, for a position, it's rather exposed. The better would be up behind the building, so it actually can't be easily hit by the opponent while they're attacking. Just a suggestion here. I mean, it's nice for a command bunker, but the placement of it, I am not such a huge fan of. Again, it could easily be taken up from different ranges, and again, having it behind a building thus makes it a bit harder to see, thus hit. And of course, could still have you reasonably close there to reinforce, but also at the same time also makes it hard to hit with the artillery, since in most cases the building will then absorb it. Second Panzer IV Rhine missing 3 T-34s by the way up here from Mattelizer. 3 T-34s. Conscript getting off another anti-tank grenade. Conscripts here getting blasted, murdered. They need to retreat as well, but another anti-tank grenade off here. Heinz here needs to stop riding his Panzer IV straight up to the conscripts, allowing them easy access to drop off an anti-tank grenade. You know, engage them from a bit far away. That would perhaps work out a bit better for you, Heinz, and your Panzers. Instead of making it easy as possible for the other bastard to pop off an anti-tank grenade. But so far, blasting right at the command bunker, nice idea. Panzer is moving up. Very intent on popping that T-34. Don't have to pull it away. Not sure why I made a larger push with several T-34s. And assault guns here dealing with the conscripts inside the house. And now we go grenade assault. Overall, feels like a bit of a waste of those assault conscripts. Again, they've been in the house for so long, and then they quickly get cleared out with a pair of assault grenades. Penal battalion up though, that's nice. Assault into the village. Sniper, what are you doing with the sniper again so far ahead with nothing to screen? Come on, Mattelizer. You can do better than that. Infantry charging ahead, but Propaganda artillery in fact forcing one of the squad here to retreat. I believe, in fact, I do not believe he did it on purpose. Can occasionally, I believe, actually force a squad to retreat. Well, I might be wrong on that, but I think so. Blitzkrieg in, that's nice. Why the other T-34 here wasn't moving earlier is a bit of an odd thing to me. And T-34 on the ice. Veteran too lovely, but you know, don't leave it in front of the Panzer. It's not really that effective when slugging it out. And now we've got other Panzer IV rows. T-34 sent through the ice. Not the best handling there. Mattelizer, you need to improve on your tankist tactics. Don't split them up piecemeal. Use them in large formations, that is how the Soviets did it. Conscript here need to get out of there. Veteran 2 Panzer come back in fear. Shoots them up. T-34's moving in. Focus down, there we go. 2 hits to the rear, but Panzer shakes and close proximity Panzer IV fire knocks out the other one. Careful, Mattelizer. Be aware of what you're fighting. And overall coordinate things a bit better.
The best of the best is now.
There we go. Veterans fleeing these Panzer Grenadier.
Enemy forces are securing
Large force here almost ready. Mines going up there. Good, good. Transporting repairs. Might be an idea for Heinz here to set up some mines in the village centre.
Pioneers awaiting orders.
Still a bunch of assault grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers again. Being largely the assault grenadiers which actually do all the infantry fighting again due to the fact that Panzer grenadiers are equipped with Panzer strikes, every single one of them. Another assault going in from Mattelizer. Another T-34 arriving here for Mattelizer. Still some time though to get another one. At least he's not floating as much manpower as before. Though again, fuel caches might help, or munition caches are the way. Something again to either put more emphasis on armour or on the doctrine. Conscripts rushing ahead, straight into the line of fire of the Panzer IV. Not necessarily the best idea there, and there we go. Lighting Panzerjäger shots firing away. Blowing up nice chunks of wall and tree. Panzer gunners here getting sniped by the snipers. Veteran to 2.
Taking fire! Ivan!
T-34 still being repaired. Mattelizer could also definitely need to work on his repair tactics.
Bereit!
And again, you know, in that regard, you know, I suggest watching the Propagandacast repair tactics video.
We've captured it. He's down!
It is ours.
And there you go, Penal Battalion moving ahead. Flammenwerfer in hand. Burning where that the assault gun is, he definitely will be made of assault versus the Penal troops with their SVT-40 semi-automatic rifle. The SVT-40, by the way, actually being a downgraded battle rifle, the AVT-36. The problem with it was basically it was too powerful and the rifle couldn't handle recoil, more or less. And so they turned it into the semi-automatic SVT-40. Little fun fact. Overall, the battle rifle concept was a bit rarer as the years progressed, but I actually saw some time before the assault rifle. Stuff like the FT-42 and the BAR, both were known as what you call battle rifles. That is basically something like an assault rifle. Instead of firing assault rifle ammunition, actually fires full bolt action. Usually they were used as support weapons, like a light machine gun or something similar. T-34 here bombarding the middle here. Another command bunker, at least he's been reasonably holding on to that, but Panzer IV moving in, T-34 split up so they can't actually support each other, leaving one nice target here for the Panzer IV. That was not a good idea by Mattelizer. Other T-34 needs to move into support. Panzer IV moving straight into all of this. Pull back the T-34, get the other one up behind. Don't slag it out with the Panzer IV, but the T-34 is clean up one on them. It's already heavily damaged. Mattelizer. There we go, that was a bit of a waste there, but T-34 by Mattelizer, definitely not good. Conscripts coming streaming in. Snipers need to stop getting so close, they're making themselves easy targets. What are you thinking, Mattelizer? One grenade and that could be the end. But no, looks like you got lucky. The Panthers actually getting into the church and got wiped out. Come on, Heinz. Panzer IV down. Bunker down, lots of infantry down. Another Panzer IV ramming, looks like the T-34 ramming in and blows up. Does succeed though, but obviously that's Panzer IV, a bit of a drag. Bunker about to get blown completely up. Everybody's just madly shooting at it, despite the only one actually be able to do anything in it with the other engineers with a flamethrower. At the same time, harassment going on here towards here. Good, good. Not just pushing towards one spot. Also, this positioning again would have been better for a machine gun bunker. We'd be able to lock off this area. Again, for a command bunker, we're doing it up right around here. So again, it wasn't so directly visible to the opponent. Now let's wait for the mid-game analysis just a bit so we can have a bit more cleaner cut between the two armies.
Pioneers ready for anything.
Panzer IV safely rolling are they. Mattelizer once more floating quite a bit of manpower. Come now, Mattelizer. Do try and, stop floating. And again, a suggestion would be caches of the munitions and the fuel kind.
We are losing a sector.
Either of those two could do you a great deal of good. Fuel cache for more T-34s, munitions cache for more doctrinal usage. For example, getting in a strafing on the right spot could prove absolutely amazing.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings. We will not let up.
Comrades moving in and straight in front of the machine gun bunker here. Getting suppressed. Assaults in the in. Comrades need to retreat, retreat, retreat.
Enemy forces are securing our
There we go. Nice mine hit. Wipes out half the Panzer Grenadier squad. Assault guns will continue. Largely undeterred. And Penal troops dealing with the assault guns up here, doing quite nicely with SVT-40s and flamethrower. And T-34 bombing in after that Panzer IV. Needs to be careful though. Almost repaired, almost repaired. Don't stand out in the ice, man. One Panzer Grenadier volley. Concept Panzer Rex could send that one to the bottom like a ship made of stone. At least shoot at the pioneers so you can wipe them out and short Panzer IV won't get repaired right away. But no, Panzer IV down to half health, but still forced retreat here. Assault gets wiping out here by the Penal troops. Come on, Heinz, stop wasting your men like that. And Mattelizer soon got a huge force ready to move out in one spot, push ahead. Panzer back on the way. Took him quite some time if I mean bothered with it. Could have helped him a lot more earlier on. But time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is rather that Heinz has taken quite a few beatings. His overall force is in many regards a bit unfortunate. Again, it's rather narrow in some regards, not really good composition, and overall in some regards not really well used either. I mean, he had Panzer Grenadiers, but upgraded both of them with the Panzer X, thus leaving him rather short on a vital source of anti-infantry. Panzer Force several times just moving straight up to the conscript, getting an anti-tank grenade again. That's hardly very good either. Certainly not the best way, and certainly only the best way you actually with that is just getting in with a damaged engine, and that's usually not what you want as the Germans. In many regards, there's some problems. And also lack of mines overall, also lack of sort of really, taking advantage when he holds a sort of large amount of ground. Bunkers are nice, but again, he keeps, sending up a bit in the wrong positions for repair bunkers, and in several cases, he might benefit more from a MG bunker in the right position, for example, right here in the village centre. But overall, to do some poor armour tactics. For now, though, he needs to regain a map. He needs to sort of make a proper force up, get another Panzer squad. Do not upgrade it. Get a pair of Stooks, I think, sort of help the T-34s, having them probably supporting and covering your Panzer IV, perhaps a flak Panzer to help deal with infantry, then push ahead, get the fuel point here, try to get the fuel point here made, or at least get the centre victory point, and then mine up some of the roads with the Teller mines. That way he might be able to sort of get his way back. Also, stop driving his Panzer IV straight up to the conscripts, allowing them to anti-tank grenade you easily. And work on Union President beginning also really turned into be a problem here. So late game and again resulted in a rather grim loss here to those penal troops, which really shouldn't have happened. So definitely some problems there. Popping over to Mattelizer. Looking much better overall, but again flooding manpower again. Get some caches up, either munitions or fuel. Either munitions or fuel. And then either get up to T-34s to set up for some use of your doctrine, perhaps some rapid conscription, or some Sturmovik attacks in the right position could really prove absolutely devastating there to Heinz and possibly win him the game. But overall, I mean, stop sending in your tanks piecemeal, properly utilize them, ensure you can use them all at the same time, and again, don't fight the Panzer Force one-on-one, and certainly not slugging it out with them. That's really, not playing to your T-34 strengths. And so I can't help but have a small feeling this game really could have been over much, much sooner had Mattelizer partly not flooded all those resources, but overall made a better use of his tanks. Also, more mines would be helpful, but again, that's going to require munitions caches. So that's really overall it, stop flooding, build some caches, make some more serious attacks, and start sort of using your tanks more cohesively. So back to the fight. Germans pulling back the remaining tanks so far for repairs.
We built it, we have a new T-34 standing by.
Additional T-34 moving ahead. Bunkers set up. Panzer up their Kanone moving forwards. An excellent anti-tank gun. Also one of the larger anti-tank guns that could actually still move by hand without actually requiring, a tractor or something similar to do so. Now why he's... Well, I suppose I can understand why he's pulling back to ensure, he doesn't get overrun by infantry. That's some sensible thinking there. Assault guns are ready to move ahead, so why not do that? Points are being secured. Taking up position in the house. Slow advance, slow advance. Just going to speed this up a bit.
We have the
Getting in the bunker. Unsurprising that. German counterattack moving in, and we're seeing here that Heinz is pushing in with everything he's got. Another T-34 here on the way for Mattelizer. Another bit of air reconnaissance to get an idea of what its opponent's force has here. Good, good.
Our unit count is increasing.
Having good use of that air reconnaissance. Lovely.
T-34 ready.
How about getting that T-34 to support the first one and also pulling this one back here Or perhaps even here and get all 3 T-34s together. Instead, he's activating them on their own. Ultra send themselves up in a poor position. It's hard for it to get out of there. I mean, come on, Mattelizer, come on. And that was just a wasted T-34 in the end, since Mattelizer really did not handle it very well. And certainly did not seem very interested in pursuing it, considering the overall position.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
So that could have easily been handled better. Nice mine there, taking out a large chunk of the assault grenades. Another T-34 moving in. The other one also slowly moving ahead. Good, good.
Objective secured. We will defend it to the death.
It seems to be sitting nil once more. Piecemeal, unsupported or anything. Not good usage. Assault going in. Oh! Satchel charge wiped out a squad there. Bold move worked out for Mattelizer, but again, flooding into the manpower, the T-34 coming in. Where is the support? Where's the snipers? Where's the conscripts? Why are you sending in your T-34s on their own? Come on, Mattelizer. The sniper could easily have cleared out that Pack 40.
Waiting for your command.
More assault gunners, he just seems to be spamming them, which really isn't good. I mean, particularly after a certain point, I mean, they really just lose a lot of effectiveness and really have a hard time of doing anything in the match. So it's really at this stage just pointless that he just keeps on spamming them. He'd be better off just getting a lot of panzer grenadiers or getting up an infantry company and just getting some grenadiers with light machine guns. He's certainly got the munitions for it. Panzer IV advancing, T-34 moving in, but again on its own, and again don't forget those Panzer Grenadier, Blitzer, Rakete and Panzerbüchse. And he actually rams it. Oh dear, come on, Mattelizer. You're hardly making good use of your tanks. And good night there, light telegraph going on in the church by the looks of it. Snipers awfully close, out exposed, out in the open, by the way. Need to get them out of the Mattelizer. Very close to losing them there, very close. It looks like they make it this time around. This would actually be a nice spot for a grenade assault to sort of try and clear all those engineers in one building, but no. Another lone T-34 moving against one Panzer IV. Mattelizer definitely needs to work on his armor tactics. They are seriously wanting.
We are ready to go, comrades.
Troops reinforcing. Charging headlong into the enemy's base. Panzer moving in, another Panzer IV arriving, and there we go. What happens once Mattelizer charges into the T-34 blind into the space? And good night, another T-34 wasted.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of the Rodina.
At the same time, a Pack 40 left behind. That's hardly good here for Heinz.
Comrade?
But again, lots of resources floated. Still getting plenty of T-34s, but not really trying to work his way towards getting more out of it by getting up some field casualties. It's rather unfortunate and hardly inspiring. Oh, so this would be a good spot for some mines, actually, right around here and here. More pioneers arriving, that's something. At least he's going to try and repair the tanks a bit faster. Good, good.
Ready.
Also, you can take the fuel point there now, if you so wanted. Penal troops doing nothing, they've been utterly forgotten by Mattelizer, definite shame.
T-34 ready for combat.
Engineers out in the open, coming under fire. I mean, in this case, you can actually just drive the Panzer up close, since there's no chance of them finding off and taking it, even then still.
The sector is at risk.
Moving hit. Oh yes, damage-wise, I mean, we can also see it so far, though, that Heinz is doing much better than Mattelizer, although Mattelizer is actually getting up with a lot more kills with that rather than something guys. This shows where the problem is in part again. Poor usage of tanks. Whereas Mr. Heinz is wasting a ton of infantry.
Need something built?
T-34 ready for action.
$1,100 manpower being floated. Come on, Mattelizer.
Engineer standing by.
It really shouldn't be that much. Just going to speed things up a bit again. Nothing really happening. Nothing really to comment on besides what's already been said here. Largely. And on the other hand, note, you know, that Heinz is actually doing better at perhaps using his tanks than Mr. Mattelizer with his. And there we go again. Splitting them up, making them easy targets.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
And not playing to his own strengths. And of course, there we got 2 Panzer IVs working together, even 1 Vet 52. That, on the other hand, is much more to the advantage. Of course, again, they're focused. They can work together. They can signal down targets quick. Pack 40 also there. This one, though, needs quick repairs, but still, Vet 52, that's definitely going to help in many regards. Another T-34 on the way, but again, notice attempted speeding up overall things with more fuel.
Enemy flamethrower.
Penal Battalion moving up, but actually suffering heavily to all of these flamethrowers here. Interesting to watch. There we go, Satchel charge. Will Heinz be paying attention? Sort of. But in the end, the Strafniki prevail. Or well, one Strafnik prevails. The rest, not so much. To put it mildly. No attempt at sort of quickly rushing to impose that because all the pioneers were elsewhere. And he's not doing anything either to really, you know, sort of cover them up with the infantry, sort of help keep them alive. Which is a bit unfortunate. Panzer's making a run for it. But not having much luck here versus the veteran Panzers.
The new men have arrived. The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Panzer Committee will be engaging here. Hopefully they will be dropping a bundle grenade, but no. Which actually means the conscripts have the advantage here. There we go. Friedrich went down. And again, Heinz needs to work on a lot of things. And now we see a support weapon company is up. And now he's beginning to use his manpower. He's just spamming field guns.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
That's hardly inspiring. But let's see if we can actually use them properly. Just going to speed this up a bit again. More Panzer Grenadiers arriving, about time. Panzer IV's pulling back a bit. Field guns running up, still floating resources from Mattelizer. Assault into the south here, overwhelmingly now. Eventually, the assault took them quite some time. But I think also speaks to how Heinz has been using him. Bunker covering up the centre. Good, good.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Panzer Grenadier being under attack by the snipers, though again, don't keep your sniper that close to the opponent. What are you thinking, man? Also, he's sending in his field guns without any support, but there we go. One barrage ends their lives on the spot, which is something, I suppose. But even then, they will be vulnerable to an infantry assault. And there you go, fresh Panzer Grenadier sends the counter running. South falling to the Russians, mines going up there, good, good.
Awaiting command.
Field guns and in to support the southern push. That's something, though, again, I'm surprised why there's no infantry screening for these two field guns. They, I mean, going to be extremely exposed. Another assault gun in this squad. Apparently Heinz seems to be not catching on, in fact spamming the same few units over and over again, without seemingly have a greater understanding of how they work.
Supply sector under attack.
AT gun here.
And using the field gun here to blow his way through and getting a fourth field gun and another T-34. Why 4 field guns, man?
It is now under our control.
Standing by.
now expecting to take on an entire Panzer division by yourself?
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
AT gun here.
You want a sniper?
You have orders?
We have a new unit.
Fresh meat has
Panzer
arrived.
Force are gefechtsbereit. Which I suppose counts for something.
Field gun standing by.
Another bit of air recon to get an idea where his opponent is. Spinning this up in the meanwhile until we get some kind of assault in. Oh, we got shot down! That's something. There we go, German infantry leading the way, Panzer Force following up. Field gun following away, got a nice range here from the constant company screening it. Though it would have been nice if the other, at least one other field gun was done instead of having them all up there. And again, I'm not entirely sure what Mattelizer was thinking at all. T-34's moving in. Infantry getting murdered there by the Panzer Force. They're too clumped up. T-34 moving in. That eventually two-time. And there we go. Field gun down. A few nice shots there. Overall, one has to remember in actual war the anti-tank guns and the field gun culminates overall had a short, actually very short survivability rate once they're actually spotted by the enemy tank. They're very much relying on getting off the first shots and knocking out the targets. Pack 40 here getting burned up. Not sure why he's moving in there. Again, Heinz apparently not entirely thinking through this. Pack the full also in trouble.
Yes, comrade.
There's a lot of problems here in Heinz's strategy and tactics, but also in Mattelizer's.
is taking what we have secured.
They've opened up on us.
Another bunker up. The remaining forces here hold up by the last victory point.
We are as ready as we can be.
Enemy contact.
Panzer gun is flanking about.
Enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Assault gun is hanging about here. They might want to move ahead instead of waiting in the deep snow.
T-34 here.
Hoping they'll get mistaken for snowmen.
T-34 under attack.
Artillery barrage.
Infantry have made the
Getting the combat units there. Another Panzer 4. Panzer gun is pushed away. Another T-34.
The enemy is
Lots
down
of
to
those.
100 points.
Assault gun is finally taking away that victory point.
Enemy infantry.
And spring things up again. Going for that point here. Bunker not upgraded. There you go. Panzer 4's bombarding.
T-34. The enemy has taken our
Causing
supply
horrific
sector.
losses.
This territory is ours.
T-34 under enemy fire.
Assault goes down south. Quickly rushed away. Veterans with 3 penal troops moving in as well. 29 kills in those, by the way. Well done. Now Panzer 4 charging in. They know there's a lot of field guns here, but for some reason he actually does it. That's hardly the best idea. Another veteran 2 Panzer 4. So many veteran 2 Panzer 4s here for Heinz, but never do they really seem to survive that long. And there you go, 1 Panzer 4 down, 1 to go.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Exposing the rear. Come now, Heinz.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
T-34 charging into the fascist base for some reason. Another assault grenadier squad. Come on.
Strafniki have secured a sector.
Enemy troops engaging.
Rushing for the victory points, carrying about nothing else, it would seem. And the assault are about to get wiped out.
The sector is at risk.
Infantry killed.
Panzer 4 rushing back.
Ready to deploy.
A Stuke 3E actually arriving. Of all the things. Another assault squad wiped out here.
T-34 here.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
And there we go. Game over. That was today's Monday novice fight. And of course we saw a lot of things here, a lot of problems like flooding resources overall, not playing them to the strength. Again, you know, he could easily have done things to either make his doctrine use stronger or his armor usage stronger. Also, poor armor tactics again. He kept sending them 1-at-1, not really trying to use them in large formations. You know, that way, you know, not playing to their strengths, but again, it's numbers and using those numbers effectively. Definitely a problem there for Mattelizer. Good infantry preservation. I mean, I actually like the fact he went for a rarely used doctrine, made use of radio intercept, but also reconnaissance, even propaganda artillery. He could have used those, but again, that would require munitions caches. It was also sitting him to spam all those field guns, and then of course the way he distributed them was also rather awkward, and could easily ended up with him handing over 3 field guns to his opponent. And that would have been absolutely horrible. But Heinz though made a ton of mistakes again, blindly relying on the assault gunners even when they weren't, you know, really useful at all. I mean, again, you know, want to get them early on and then keep them alive. Use their abilities and use them well, I mean, again, we saw that yesterday with Dragonite. That was good assault gunner usage. This is bad assault gunner usage. Same with Panzer Grenadiers. Equip them all with Panzerix, then was ultimately, you know, lacking civilian anti-infantry power as well in that regard. Big mistake. Not really strong tank usage several times, could have been better at also repairing them, so in that regard repair tactics for both sides still could have been improved upon. Got several veterans, the 2 Panzers as well, but several times also then pretty to lose them almost immediately after. Not good either. And of course the question is, if a flak Panzer here and there might not have been better as well, and of course a Stu, but also, you know, he should stop driving his tanks up to the opponent's infantry, allowing them to easily anti-tank grenade. That was absolutely terrible. And for that matter, another problem was, you know, overall, I mean, considering the doctrine he went, I mean, he could have saved up for a Tiger. That would have made things a lot easier. He could have gone a Stuke fleet early on, or perhaps a mechanized assault group. But again, you know, he just blindly spammed Panzer forcing, and that's all the problem with some novices. They just blindly spam a unit without necessarily knowing all of its strengths and weaknesses. They just blindly rely on a unit because they've seen others use it. That's not how you do it. You use a unit because you understand it, and you understand how it works in it because it works in a way you can actually use. But rather here we saw just blind usage of a unit. Also, Mattelizer and Serocanis also, you know, just too timid, not pushing on. Again, had Mattelizer been much more aggressive and made much better use of his resource, I'm pretty sure this game could have been over by at least 25 to 30 minutes earlier, if not more. So in that regard, I mean, there were a lot of problems with this match, but overall, I hope you learned something. I hope you got some ideas for doctrine use, but overall, how not to use them. And if you did want to subscribe, tell your friends. If you didn't, well, why don't you provide some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.